Bonsai. Good morning, C3, grinders, cobras, eagle fangs, and everybody else who might be out there listening, watching, and having a good time. It is Friday, January 8th. We made it to the weekend for a lot of people. First week of the new year. Had some craziness go on, but we're past that now, hopefully. And it's time to stretch the legs and talk about God. Okay, that's good enough for a start. Woo! A little further. Today's devotional comes from a book some people are probably not real familiar with. If you are not, no. If you have not read the entire Bible, then you've probably missed this book. It's from the book of Titus, which is only about 3 pages long. It's very short. It's actually a letter from Paul to a guy named Titus, who was preaching to some people in Crete. Well, Tony picked this one out, and it's Titus 2:6. And it says, "In the same way, encourage the young men to live wisely." Now, Tony picked this because of his profession. As a football coach throughout his years, he has had a lot of experience teaching and training young men who probably some of whom came from broken homes and rough situations. And, on one hand, you might think by the time they get to the pro level, they should be pretty squared away, at least in some sense. And not necessarily. If you follow football, you may remember a guy named Johnny Manziel from a few years ago, who was pretty much a train wreck. But anyway, this resonates with Tony because that was his job. That's what he did, was try and teach these young men to live wisely, which a lot of people think means to live with self-control. Now, I'm not going to go through all what he said, because I like the next part of that passage. So I had to get the Bible out. And I'll read it again. It says, "In the same way, encourage the young men to live wisely." This is the part I like. "And you yourself must be an example to them by doing good works of every kind. Let everything you do reflect the integrity and seriousness of your teaching." And that, since I've gotten a little older, is something that I have really taken to heart. I think the best thing you can do for everyone is to be a good example. At least the best that you can be. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to stumble and fall. But I think you do a lot more for yourself and for everyone around you when you live the best example you can. I especially think this is true when trying to bring outsiders into God's grace. You can't deny that on television and in popular culture, Christians are generally shown in a negative light. We're either crazy or, more often, holier than thou. And I gotta say, neither of those has been my experience. Most of the God-fearing people I've ever had contact with are decent, down-home people. Now, we all have certain things where we do feel we're better than others. In my opinion, though, you don't shine that. In some ways, you can't help but feel you're better in certain areas than other people. But if you want to make a difference and you want to make an impact, you have to show them that you're understanding and open-minded and that you're happy. The best thing you can show other people as far as coming into God's fold is that you're living a happy life. More than anything else, people are going to want that. Because we all have negatives we have to deal with. Tragedies, issues, money problems. We all go through all of that. But if you can show that you still have a good attitude and you're generally happy, that's going to bring people into the fold. So, that's all I've got to say on the devotional today. I got to let it keep this running because I've got some more time here on this thing. But, stretch her a little farther. We're getting out. I will see you down here in just a few minutes, and we'll do the workout. So, be right back. Alright, Bonsai, welcome back, Cobras, C3, Grinders, Eagle Claw, Eagle Fangs, and everybody else who's out there. Alright, we're going to do the Friday workout, which is basically the same workout as before. I'm going to do the kettlebell swings in real time. The rest of it will be sped up, so you don't have to go through all that, and I'll give you some voiceover. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell. And if you're using a dumbbell, just try and do it for roughly 1 minute with both arms. I switch between them. I do right arm, then left arm, and then both. So, let's get started. Alexa, give me a 20-second timer.
20 seconds, starting now.
Remember, you're not using your arm for this. You're using your hips to thrust, and the momentum carries the ball up. This is just a 15-pounder. Alexa, stop. Alexa, give me a 20-second timer. Alexa, give me a 20-second timer.
20 seconds, starting now.
There's a lot you can do with kettlebells. Like I said, you can get a set of 3, a 5, a 10, and a 15-pounder at Walmart for like 40 bucks, 30 bucks maybe. Alexa, stop. Alexa, give me a 20-second timer.
20 seconds, starting now.
Alexa, stop. Okay. That was just over a minute. And it should get you breathing a little bit. Feel a little bit of sweat coming on. There's a lot you can do with kettlebells. You don't have to buy all the other fancy stuff. You can do everything you need to with a pull-up bar and kettlebells. Okay, quick pause while I get the weight bench out. Alright, we're into the workout proper now. First off is chest press. I went with a slightly heavier weight than I've used prior. But your weight is your weight. You do what you can do. Then we go right into pullovers. I lower the rate a little bit. And I noticed throughout this video I'm showing some belly. And I apologize for that. Didn't realize it. I'll have to make note and try and fix that in the future. Okay, next up we're doing the underhand chest press. It works another part of your chest and just feels different. And I like to change things up now and then. So now we're going to go into, here we go, flies. These are chest flies. One of my favorites, to be honest with you. I like the way it stretches and the way it feels. We raise the bench up and we're going to go into back flies. Pulling them up and squeezing your back. And seeing this now, I need to pull them up a little further. That's part of the reason I do these. Okay, now we're doing spider curls. And we're going to go right into tricep extensions. I laid these out so that, you know, I could take advantage of the bench being in the same position for as much as possible, so I didn't have to waste time changing the seat that much. And I've lightened the weights a little bit here. I'm just doing a bicep curl with an overhead press. I really like compound exercises when I can do them. And now we're going to move the bench out of the way and go into suitcase squats. I may change these for goblet squats in the future because I like goblet squats better, but you still get a good work from these. And then right into calf raises. My toes are on the end of the bench and I'm just lifting up. And I do about 20, 25 here, and your calves should start burning. If they burn, you know you're doing it right. That's the whole point. Okay, we're finishing off here. I'm using the 10-pound kettlebells, and these are just hammer curls in a split squat. I do 10 on each leg, and by now I'm pretty winded. It was a good workout. I had to take a second, shake my arms out, go right back into it, put them up, and split squat with military press. Do 10 on each leg, and that's it. Okay. That is everything but the rotisserie. It's not going to film. So, that was round 1. I'm going to do that 2 more times. And then we're done with Friday and ready to go into the weekend. So, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. Fight like an eagle.